This is the Indian Scout Rogue, and it is very roguish. Why, hello again, YouTubeverse. I feel like I just talked to you guys. Maybe it's because I did, because it's Demo Days weekend. So, using the opportunity to take out another bike today, which was the same day we tested out the Pursuit, which I can link above if you're interested in that. But now, I'm taking out the Scout Rogue for a little run. It is definitely a fun little bike. Alright, so first impressions. It's a fun bike to ride, that's for sure. It has been a while since I've been on a bike this small. You know, as I've mentioned, I ride an Indian Challenge now. I have been since 2020. But even before that, I was on a Road Glide. Before that, a Road King Special. So it's been quite a while. I'd say the equivalent, obviously, of course, would be a Sportster or something along those lines. You know, in the Harley line, which I've had two iron 883s back when I first started riding. And, you know, I do have that Triumph Scrambler, so that's somewhat similar, but totally different ball game. A lot taller. This thing is super low. This is for those people that want to ride and look cool doing it, which I gotta say I probably do. Maybe, I don't know, I can't see myself. But again, first impressions, this thing's a blast so far. I'll do a little bit more riding and talking here once we get off this super busy road. I will say, and again, my whole thing is just being honest with you guys. So my honest opinion, not a fan of these mirrors being on the underside like so. I get that, you know, it looks cool, it's the new thing, what have you. But when I'm just riding, it's kind of annoying to have to lift up my arm every time I want to look at the mirror, like so. Just to see if I have a car next to me and I'm going to crash and die. I don't know if it's something you can swap. I would imagine, it looks like, oh yeah, I would imagine you can swap them to face the other way. They look like they're just bar end mirrors. Probably take that screw, turn it around, flip it. But yeah, you know, like I said, I get you're supposed to look cool, and that's kind of the whole point of this bike, but from a purely usefulness, kind of annoying. But that's just me, that's my preference. So, and it also looks like you still have the screw spots up here where the originals, you know, where the normal style Scout mirrors would go, you know, go up here and go up here. Yeah, this bad boy is just a stripped down blast to drive. I love the little fairing. Yeah, I could probably put some pictures here of my bikes that I've had before, but on just about every single bike I've had that does not have a fairing, or did when I bought it, I always ended up putting a club style fairing on that had the swoop back. I can't remember the name of it, but I just love the look of it. A lot of people don't think about it either, but it actually is quite useful to have. It does block the wind a little bit, obviously not as much as a full fairing or the Challenger, the Pursuit, or your big bagger bikes, but it does help. And I still remember when I first started riding, that wind will beat you up more than you think it will. You're fighting it the whole time, especially if you're on highways and such, and you'll feel in your upper back, shoulder blades. So having at least something there is a welcome addition. And aside from that, I used to use that as storage. So I'd put a little handlebar bag down in there. I've also seen people put speakers down in there, so you could have a speaker system if you wanted, even on a bike like this. I used to also have my Garmin right here on the bikes that I had a little fairing like that. So it does have its uses. It's not just for looks, although looks definitely are a factor. But it's fun. I mean, there's not a whole lot to go over since there's no fairing or electronics to go through. But just zipping around town here, I'm having a blast. It's still a surprisingly smooth ride. I mean, I can definitely see trying to talk the missus into getting one of these, if for no other reason, for me to be able to take it out from time to time. But, and as you can see down here, it is liquid cooled just like the Challenger, which is very nice. It's actually got a really nice sounding exhaust. I don't know if you can hear it as well for a stock. Definitely got a lot of kick for such a little bike. So they actually had 2 of these on site for the demo days this weekend. One of them has a couple more upgrades than this one. I believe it had a little bit upgraded shocks, and it had a two-person seat with a passenger pavilion on the back. But I like this color, so this is the one I decided to take out. But like I said, there's not a whole lot to go over. If you're looking at a Scout, you know what you're looking at. And the beauty about these Scouts is, man, do they have a lot of accessories. That's one of the things I always was jealous of when I started looking at Indian motorcycles and such, was just how many different things you can slap on these things, especially in comparison when I had that Iron 883. You could add bags. I know they have a full fairing you could add onto the Scouts. I mean, it's awesome. So while we're here sitting at the stoplight, just quickly go over 100 horsepower, 72 feet-pounds of torque, 6-speed transmission, electronic fuel injection, and if you're interested, aggressive styling, blackout styling, quarter fairing, 19-inch front wheels, sports style seat, mini ape hanger handlebars, 3.3 gallon tank, and only 525 dry weight. That's actually really impressive. The Scrambler, I believe, sits at about 550 that I have, so put that into comparison for you. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of zipping around here, and then I'll pull over, do a walk around, and call it a day. But I definitely give this a thumbs up if you're looking for something small to zip around town in. Obviously, you're not going to be doing hundreds of miles in a day on one of these. I mean, you probably could get the right seat and accessories, but as it sits right now, I have no complaints. I'm having fun. I'm actually really digging this solo seat. It's very cushiony, and it's got a little bit of a lip on the back, so it's getting a little bit of back support, which is nice. As I'm starting to get up in age here, I can tell you that kind of stuff's important. Comfort is king. From a seating position, again, I'm about 5'10", 5'11". This is all stock bike. I am leaning a little bit forward, but nothing too bad, nothing that I can feel in my lower back or anything. But again, that's kind of the point of these bikes, a little bit more aggressive style, a little bit more aggressive seating position, but still comfortable, by all means. Definitely fun on these turns, that's for sure. Alright, we'll pull over here, do a quick walk around of the bike for you. I don't know why I said we, it's only me here. Alright, so here is the Indian Scout Rogue. Do a quick walk around for you. Not much to go over outside the bike, because it's a Scout. There's no electronics or whatnot, but as you've seen, man, this thing is just, this is fun to just grip it and rip it, man. It is a fun bike to drive around, and I love this color. So let's take a look at the tag here. It comes in black metallic, also black metallic, ABS, black smoke midnight, ooh, sage brush smoke. That's got to be this color. Storm blue and stealth gray. They do have a storm blue and stealth gray on site today at demo days, and they are also gorgeous. But again, it's a Scout. See what you get. Here's a good shot of the fairing and the lights. But it is fun. It is fun. So if I was to give it a, something out of 1 out of 10, I'd give it 2 thumbs up. Well, if you have any questions, feel free. Put them in the comments below. I could try to answer them. Yeah, I mean, if you're thinking about something, you're looking for just, maybe you're just starting to ride, or you're, hopping around town. Maybe you're in a more downtown area. This thing's perfect. Well, you've seen it on these back roads, man. They're still a blast. So, good stuff, guys. Good stuff. So it is worth noting that while these bikes are not necessarily designed to be doing hundreds and hundreds of miles, I actually have a buddy back in Illinois by the name of Carol. She's also an IMRG member, Indian Motorcycles Rider Group. And she's actually been riding her Scout for years cross country. So they can most definitely be tooled out for as long of a ride as you want to make it. So by all means, if you're looking for something smaller, lighter, but you still want to be able to do big trips, big miles, it is possible. So don't let that deter you from considering them. I don't know if the Scout could be tooled out there, or I'm sorry, the Rogue could be tooled out that way, since this is definitely designed to be the Scout's cooler brother. But I don't see why not. But yeah, like I said, something to consider when looking at Scouts is they most definitely can do the miles you want them to do. Just gotta have them set up right. But hopefully this was informative. Hopefully you got what you needed. If not, like I said, leave a question below. I'll get to you. And if you're in the East Tennessee area, Knoxville area, feel free to go check out the dealership. If you want to pick up one of these bad boys, or pretty much any Indian motorcycle. Of course, that's Indian Triumph of Knoxville on Clinton Highway. But yeah, this is the Indian Scout Rogue. And it is very roguish. I dig it.